So, welcome back everyone. In today's class, we will be learning two topics. So, first is introduction of array and second is string. Okay. So, we have already covered the string, the basic introduction of string. But today we will be covering this string in detail. So first is arrays. So, what do you know about arrays? Do you have any prior experience about arrays? Basically, arrays are collection of data. Okay. Arrays are what? It's very simple. Arrays are collection of data. Means they may contain means you can create an array of numbers like suppose that you are storing employ if you have if you have a company and you are storing the salary of all the employees in an array. Okay. So and similarly, you can create an array for storing all the days. Okay, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So basically, arrays stores data. Okay. So in Python, basically we have four types of array. So first is list. So list is what? List is a collection which is ordered and changeable. What is list? So this is the list is a first type of array which is a collection which is ordered. Ordered means every element that will be present in the array will have a particular position associated with that. Okay. So suppose that we are creating a list of days, and in the first position if we have Monday, then that will be then we will call that, yeah, this so Monday has a position associated with the list. Next is it is changeable. Changeable means you can change the list. Okay, means you can change the any means any element at any particular position in the array. Okay, in the list. It allows duplicate members. So it is also allowed duplicate members. Means like it's not necessary that means you can add like one in the list. Okay. One example of list is like suppose that we are creating a list of strings. Here in this list we have Anand and read my code. So this is a list. Next is tuple. Tuple is also a collection which is ordered. Ordered means again it will have a position associated. Okay, all the members have some position. Like if we talk about this list, so here we have Anand is present at first position, read my course is present at the second position. Similarly, tuple is also a collection which is ordered and it is unchangeable. What is the difference between tuple and list is tuple is ordered and changeable. List is ordered and changeable. Tuple is ordered but not changeable. Okay, it also allows duplicate members. So what is the difference between list and tuple? You can see that we create list like that. Means here we have capital bracket and inside that we add elements. Next, tuple is like that. We have small brackets and then inside this means we will have parenthesis, and inside this parenthesis we will write our elements. So this is the basic difference between means when you define a list and tuple in Python. Okay. Next is set. Set is a collection which is unordered. Unordered means there will be no any fixed position of element, and it is unindexed. So don't worry about this. I will explain. But what is the basic criteria of set is that it does not allow duplicate members. Suppose that where can we use set? So suppose that we have a suppose that you are a government agency. Okay, and you want to store all the Aadhaar card numbers in okay, you want to store all the Aadhaar card members, and you don't want that there should be any duplicate Aadhaar card numbers in the detail. So then in that case, if you create a list, so in that list it may be chances that duplicate Aadhaar card number will be present. If you create tuple, again there can be duplicate, but in set there will be no any duplicate Aadhaar card numbers. So this is the advantage of set. Next is creating set is very simple. For list we use capital brackets, for tuple we use parenthesis, and for set we use curly brackets. Okay. Next is dictionary. So dictionary is a collection which is unordered. Again, unordered means what? The elements will not have any fixed position. Okay, so it is unordered and changeable. Changeable means you can change any element in the dictionary. No duplicate members. Again here, no duplicate members are allowed. Now you can ask me what is the difference between set and dictionary. So the difference between set and dictionary is that set allows elements to be stored like this. Okay, means, but dictionary allows storing data on the basis of a particular key. Okay, suppose that you are storing Aadhaar card numbers. Okay, but in that case, if you use a set, then you will not have information like which what I mean, suppose that you are storing what is the phone number, means the combination of two things, phone number with Aadhaar card numbers. Okay, so you cannot use set in that case, but if you use dictionary, then you can map Aadhaar card number with phone number. So it allows you to store data on the basis of keys and value pairs. Okay, now you can see that like this, we create dictionary like this: first name Anand, last name Kumar. Okay, so these first name and last name, just give me 1 minute. So this first name is key. Okay, and so suppose that this is any user data. Okay, and in this user data we have first name Anand and last name Kumar. So this is so dictionary stores value on the basis of keys. So these are the basic difference between all the arrays that are present in Python. Okay, now we will go one by one into this, but before that we want to go to the string. Okay, so now our first data type is string. So string is again a sequence, but it is a different type of sequence. Okay, it also basically okay, so before going to that, do you have any doubt in the array section? This is a very brief introduction. Okay, means I'm just explaining what types of arrays are present in Python. Okay, so we will go one by one into this. Okay, so do you have any doubt? Yeah. Okay. 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 Sure. Okay. So our next topic is string. Okay. So again, string is a data type, and it is also a sequence. A sequence of what? So firstly, strings are sequence of character. Okay, you can also call strings are arrays of character. Arrays of character is what is the meaning of this? We will go into that, but before that, every character has a position associated with it. It is called as index. Okay, strings are sequence of character, and every character has a position associated with it. That is called as index. So suppose that we have a string, read my course. Okay, so this string is nothing but collection of sequences. So first character in this read my course is R, then we have E, and then we have A, and then D. Similarly, we have MYCOURC. Okay, if you talk about more examples, then A and hello world, these are also strings. Okay. Now, I told you one more thing. Every character has a position associated with it. So now suppose that we have a string Python. Okay. So here we have character P Y T H O N. Now this p has position 0. Okay, you can ask me, yeah, you could have started with 1, but why we are not starting with 1? Because this is basically a thing that is coming from that is basically started from C programming language. Okay, so means not before C we have got on and many programming language. So they basically started with 0. Okay, so first index they always tell that, yeah, this can be 0. First index will be always 0. So there is a very good story behind that. If you want to read that, you can read in the website. Okay, you can search in the Google why we start from 0. So now just you remember, first character will have the position 0, next character will have the position 1, similarly 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if somebody asks you what is the index of O, then you will say 4. Next is, so next we will go. I told you that these character has a position which is called an index. So now we will go to indexing. So why we use index? Okay. So suppose that we have example string like A B C D E F G H I. So if I ask you what are the characters here, so A B C D E F G H I. Okay. So next, just see that. Okay, so there are two types of indexing. First is left to right indexing, and second is right to left indexing. Okay, the index that we have covered so far was left to right indexing. Indexing is nothing but knowing any character at any particular position. Okay, so I have explained you, A has the position 0, B has the position 1, C has the position what, 2, if you talk about left to right indexing. But if you talk about, again we have a right to left indexing. So right to left indexing tells that the last character we will assign as -1 index. The next we will assign -2, -3, -4. Similarly, we will go up to -9. So if somebody asks you what is the index of E, then you can say that 4, or you can say that -5. So both are correct. First will be based on left to right indexing, and second will be right to left indexing. Okay. Is this clear, everyone? Now you can see that what is the benefit of this indexing. So suppose that you want to get any value at any particular position, then you can use the index. So this is our example string. We are writing example string and then capital bracket. Here you can see that capital bracket, and inside this we are passing index. So if you pass 0, then you will get the A character. Next, if you write example string -2, then here you can see that this is -2 position. You will get H. Okay, is this clear, everyone? Okay, so I think some of you are basically disconnecting. Is there any network issue that you are facing, or is there any problem in our website? I just want to ask. Means we will fix that if there is problem like that. Okay. Now we are going to have the example of strings. Okay. Okay, I think yesterday I didn't shared you. I think code. Yeah, I think I have shared the code. Okay, okay, okay. So now, am I audible to everyone? Okay, okay. So firstly, we are going to see the some examples of string. So suppose that we have a name. Okay. Suppose that name is Anand. Okay. So this is a string. Okay. If you print this name, you will get Anand. Now I told you about indexing. Again, you can also write name is equal to Anand Kumar. So if I ask you what are the characters present here, can anybody answer? The first character is A. Next is what? Yes. Next is N. Next is A. And what is the next character? Yeah, this is space character. Okay. So here we are just passing here the space. Next is A U M A R. So if you count what how many number of characters, so it is 5 plus 5 10, and then we have one space here. So there are 11 characters present here. So these 11 characters are also called as length of this string. So if somebody asks you what is the length of this name, then you will say that what? 11. Because there are 11 characters present in this name or this string. Similarly, if you want to get the length of this string, so you can write length print and length of name. Okay, so it should print what? 11. It is printing you 11. So this len is a function. What is len? Len is a an universal function. Okay, len is an universal function which is used to get the length of any type of array or sequences in Python. It is not only limited to strings. Okay, len function you can use with any data type like tuple, list, set, dictionary. Okay, so you can use len with any type of sequence. Means it's if there is any type, means if the data type contain more than one element, then you can use len. So len similarly you can use len with the string. Now we will go to the indexing part. So we are going to indexing example. Okay. Yes, yes. Diwali. इसमें okay, so we have here 5 characters. Okay, next there is a space. This is also called as character. Okay, next is KUMAR. If you want to see the characters present here, next you can see. Okay, So if you want to say which characters are present in this string, then you can use a list function. Okay, list will return you all the characters present in this string. So now you can see that when I run name is Ankumar and print list of name, then it is returning A and I told you there is a space here, so it is also a character. Next KUMAR. So you can use this. So this what just I should put this here. Okay, so this is not a part of indexing. So we are going to have the examples of indexing. So suppose that we have a string. Okay, so we have a example string Facebook. Okay, and if I ask you what is the index of f, can you answer? So this f has the index 0. Next, a will have index 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, okay. Yeah, so hi everyone, don't mute anyone. Okay, so next we have example string that is Facebook, and here we are going to see the indexing here. So first type of indexing is what? Left to right indexing. So if we talk about left to right indexing, so first index of f is 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, what is the use of this indexing? If you type print example string and suppose that we want to get this C. So we will type here the index of C is what? 2. So we will type here 2. Now it will print you C. Okay. It is printing you C. Similarly, if you type here example string and then example string 4, then what will you get? D. That is very simple. Next, right to left indexing. Suppose that again we have an example string this. Okay. If we talk about right to left indexing, then this will have minus 1 position. Okay. And next we will have minus 2 position. Next we will have minus 3. So similarly, I cannot show you directly here. First I need to get a copy of this. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I think please mute every. So I should not do this. Okay, so you should whenever I ask some question, then you can unmute yourself. Okay, because there will be audio issue in that case. So suppose that if you talk about this Facebook, then here we have minus 4, then minus 5, then minus 6, then minus 7, then minus 8. Okay, so this K will have the position what? Minus 1. If it talk about right to left indexing. So K has -1, then O has -2, this O has -3. Similarly, if I ask you what will be the output of print example string, and then here I write -6. So what will be the output in this case? C. So what is the character present at -6 position? This is C. Similarly, if I ask you example string and then -4. Now answer everyone. C or B? Okay, okay, B. Yeah. C and B. Okay, correct, correct. So now I think all of you can. Just I am asking one question, one more question. Suppose that we have example string is equal to uh, read my codes. Okay. Now if I ask you in example string and then 2 is equal to 2 is equal to example string, and then if I ask you -6, what would? So we are comparing the value at 2 index. So if I write 2 index, then it is left indexing. So you need to find what is the character. So C is present. Now example string -6 will be what? Will be again C. So the answer will be true in that case. Why it is false? Okay, okay, sorry. We are comparing from this. So we should compare from here. So the character present in two index is what? This is 0, this is 1, this is 2. Okay, so writing this is equivalent of writing what? Okay. So writing this is equivalent of writing what? Print, and then example string. Sorry, example string 2 has the value what? Example string 2 has the value A. So we are writing A is equal to what? Example string -6 will be what? Minus, this is -1, this is -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. Okay, so this is factor C. So these are not equal. So it will, that's why it is returning you false. Okay. I hope this is clear to everyone. Next we are moving to the next topic, that is slicing. So this now we are going to cover slicing. So what is slicing? Slicing is the process of getting the subset of string. So what is slicing? Slicing is getting the subset of string. So suppose that you have example string A B C D E F G H I. Now you want to get this part only. D E F you want to get. Then for this purpose you will use slicing. So now suppose that. So now this is the rule of slicing in Python. Note, try to understand this very means it should be because this slicing, indexing, and next we will be going to learn is stepping. So these are very common function. Sorry, these are very common methods that are used in all type of arrays like list, tuple. Okay, all of in all of these type of arrays we will use this indexing and slicing, and the rules are same for all. If you understand slicing and indexing for a single type, like if you understand this for a string, then you will not have any issue when you apply slicing and indexing in case of list or tuple. Okay, so now we are going to see how slicing works. So firstly, when you apply slicing, you need to pass here the string name, and then you will use a capital bracket, and inside you need to pass the start value and stop value. So what are start and stop values? Start and stop values are basically the index from where you want to start, and stop is the stop index where you want to stop. So it will return the values from start and up to stop minus 1. Note this very clearly. It will return you the value from start to stop minus 1. So suppose that we have example string this, and we write example string 1 to 5. So we will get the value from 1 to 4. So what is the index at 1? B. This is one index, so we will get 1 to 4. So we will get B, C, D. Sorry, B, C, D, E. Okay. So this has the index 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll get B, C, D, E. So that's why it is giving you. Now see that. How is it happening? So we have the string A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Okay. So we are writing 1 to 5. So it will return from 1 to 4 because stop minus 1 will go up to 4. So we are going, so this is 0 index, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5 index. Okay. We are going from 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's why we are getting the answer B, C, D, E. Is this clear, everyone? Okay. Okay, okay. Similarly, it is also means you can also use negative indexing. Okay. If you write here example string minus 5 to minus 2, so what will be the output? So start value will be minus 5 and stop value will be what? Minus 2. So we will get the value from minus 5 to minus 3. Why minus 3? Minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3. So we'll get the value from minus 5 to minus 3. I can see that. So this is minus 1, this is minus 2, this is minus 3, this is minus 4, minus 5. So we are writing minus 5. So we'll go from minus 5 to minus 2 minus 1. That will be what? Minus 3. So we'll go from minus 5 to minus 3. So that's why you are getting EFG. Is this clear to you? Negative slicing is clear? Okay. So now we are going to practice on it. So suppose that we have example string is equal to Google. Okay. And if we write here print example string and 1, 2, 3. So if it just compare this from the syntax says what? Firstly we have a string name and then this symbol and then the start value, okay, and then the stop value. So if this is the rule, then we get the value from start to stop minus 1. Now compare this. So if you talk about this, the start value is what? Start value is 1 and the stop value is what? 3. So we will get the data from character from 1 to 3 minus 1. That will be what? 1 to 2. So now see here the position of this is 0. Okay, so I am also writing here the position. So this is 0. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll get the value from 1 to 2. So we will get value 1 to 2. So this is double O. So if you print this, you will get double O. It is printing you double O. Next, if I ask you print example strings, you all can answer. If I write 3 to 5, so what will be the answer? Correct, correct. So you will get GL. If I write here print example string 3, 2, 2. Now can you answer? Try to run this program first. You will get nothing. So this rule will, you will get nothing here. Why? Because start value should be less than stop value. Then only then you will get the value or equal to. Okay. But suppose that in one case you write example string and then 222. You will get in this case the only second index value. Now, okay, you will not get here anything again. This rules not apply. The rule is what? Start value should be less than stop value. So if you write here example string 222, then you will get nothing. Okay. Similarly, if you write here 324, then you will get what? If you write 324, then you will get the value from what? That will start from 3 and up to 4 minus 1 means 3. Means you will get the value from 3 to up to 3. Means you, in this case you will get the value at the 3 index means G. In this case you will get G. Yes. Now we are going to see the example of negative slicing. Okay. So suppose that we have an example string is equal to Instagram. Okay. And if we write here print example string -3 to -4. So -3 to -4. Not, we cannot write like this. We need to write -4 to suppose that -1. Okay. So now you can see that in this case, the start value will be what? -4. Stop value is what? -1. So we will get the value from 4 to stop -1. So what is stop -1? That is equivalent of what? 4 to -2. So you will get the value from -4 to -2. So what is the value at -4? So this is -1, this is -2, this is -3, this is -4. So you will get from -4 to -2 is this. So you will get GRA. It is printing you GRA. Similarly, if I ask you print and then example string and then -5 to -2. So can you guess the answer? AGRA. Okay, so what will be the answer? AGR. AGR. So this is -5 position. So we will get from -5 to -3. Yeah, correct. So we will get the value. We will get the value AGR. Okay. Similarly, if I write here print example string and then if we write here 3 2 -2, 2 2 minus. Now can you answer? What will happen is, yeah, it is again very simple. Its start value is 2. Just find the start and stop value. Its stop value is what? Minus 2. So you will get the value from start to stop minus 1. So start value is what? 2 to minus 2 minus 1. So we will get the value from 2 to minus 3. So what is the value at the 2 index? This is 2 index, S is the 2 index, and minus 3 is what? This. So you will get the value STAGR. STAGR. You are getting? Is this clear, everyone? If I write here example string minus 3 to, now can you answer? Minus 5 to minus 7. Start value is minus 5. So try to find minus 5. So what is minus 5? This is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. So this is minus 5. So we'll go from 7. No, I think, yeah, so we are here. Now we need to go A to 7. So what is 7? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we will get AZR. So we are getting AZR. Okay. So you all can, I think you can predict the answer. If you face any doubt, try to practice, try to use different indexes and try to find out the answer. Okay, then you will get very familiar of indexing. So now we are going to, okay. So suppose that if we are not passing the second argument, stop argument, okay. So it will return you the value from start index to end, up to end. If you don't pass the stop value, then it will consider start from the start value and go up to end. If example is, if you write example string 2 to, okay, then you will get C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Means you will get from, you will start from 2 and go up to end. Okay, I think you, similarly, if you don't pass the start value, then it will consider start from the first index. Sorry, start from the beginning. Okay, means that is 0 index. So if you write here example string and start from and go up to minus 2, then you will start from 0 and go up to minus 2. So this is minus 1, minus 2. So you will get the value from here to here. You are getting. If you don't pass anything, then it will consider start from beginning and go up to end. So it will return you the same string. Okay, because if you are not passing the start value, then it will consider start from the first string. Okay, sorry, start from the beginning. And if you are not passing the stop value, it means that go up to end. So beginning to end is what? The same string. Is it clear? So these are some special cases. Okay. So now I am halting the class. So if you have any doubt, you can ask.